Okay, today we're going to learn um, another two grammar structures. So first, let's have a quick review of the vocab of this lesson. So 上, what is 上? To attend, right? You should be more familiar with this. 哪个? So 你上哪个学校, right? So which? So 个 is a measuring word. So we're going to learn how to use this in this lesson. It's a measuring word. 学校, so it's general word for all kinds of schools. 学校, right? So 中学, so this means middle, so it means middle school. 大华中学, 大华 middle school. We're going to use this a lot. 大华 middle school. So 几 to ask about it's related to number. So 几 means which for numbers. 年级 means grade, right? 9年级 ninth grade. So 10年级、11年级、12年级 right? So 年级 means grade. 高中 means high school. Okay, so that's about this. And now going to learn next structure, how to use 也 to connect two sentences. Actually, we learned 也 before, so we just learn it again in this lesson. So review. So 也 means also. So like 他是中国人，我也是中国人。So 也 is used before verbs. For example, so let's look at these two sentences first. 我上大华高中。So I go to 大华 High School, right? You should be able to read these two sentences now. 他上大华高中。So he goes to 大华高中. So if you see these two sentences, they have the similar meaning, right? It have the same meaning. So both I and he go to 大华high school, right? So how to use 也 to connect these two sentences? That will be I go to 大华 high school. He also goes to 大华 high school, like this. So how do we put them together? Use 也 to connect them. So that would be 我上大华高中，他也上大华高中。It's pretty easy. You just still copy these two sentences and put the 也 before the 上 of that next sentence. Just like English, I go to 大华 high school. He also goes to 大华 high school. One thing you need to pay attention is that it's not like English this way. Like he goes to 大华high school too. So it's not used like this. It cannot be at the end of the sentence. So 也 always goes before the verb. So that's the thing you need to pay attention to. Let's read this sentence again. 我上大华高中，他也上大华高中。Okay. So that's about this. Now let's look at this sentence. 我上9年级. Can you come up with the meaning? So I attend, okay, literally. So you can translate like this, literally. I attend ninth grade, or I am in ninth grade in English. So now let's use 也 for these two sentences. 我上9年级，他上9年级. So you can see both of us are in ninth grade, right? So how can we put these two together? Can you come up with it? Now let's do this together. 我上9年级，他也上9年级, right? Pretty easy. You copy these two sentences and put 也before the 上 of next sentence, the second sentence. Okay? 我上9年级，他也上9年级. So 也 goes before the verb, never at the end of the sentence. Okay, now let's use this one. We learned in last lesson, nationality lesson. So you see, 我是加拿大人. So what's the meaning? I am a Canadian person, right? David 是加拿大人. So David is Canadian person. So you can see David is also a Canadian. So let's put them together. In these two sentences, what is the verb? 是, right? So subject, verb, object. So 是 which is to be in these two sentences, is the verb. So just follow the rule. 也 goes before the verb in the second sentence. So let's put them together. This will be 我是加拿大人 David 也是加拿大人 Okay, it's pretty easy, right? It just follow the rule 也 goes before the verb. Okay, to connect two same sentences. Okay, that's about it about a 也. Now let's look at this, and it's kind of a review. We learned this before. So how to do affirmative and a negative statement. Let's look at this question first. 你上大华高中吗? So see ma, do you still remember ma? When you put the ma after a statement, so this statement changed into a question for yes or no question, like 你好吗? You good? Like 你是中国人吗? You Chinese? So the answer will be like yes or no, right? 你上大华高中吗? Do you go to Dahua High School? Or another one, 你上9年级吗? Are you in 9th grade? So the answer will be yes or no, right? So you just put ma at the end of the sentence. That's it. So how can we answer this question? So if the answer is yes, let's do a complete format. That will be 是, right? Yes, 我上大华高中. Yes, I go to Dahua High School. Okay, so if the answer is yes. So if the answer is no, let's do a negative statement. That will be 不，我不上大华高中. So 不 here is no, right? I do not go to Dahua High School. So the thing you need to pay attention is 不 is put before verbs to turn them into their negative form. So just pay attention. Go, 不, it's like a 也. They always go before the verbs. Okay, so not like English like he does not. So like not goes after does. You never think about this like this, or it will, confuse you. So 我不上大华高中. Okay. That's about this. Now let's move to next structure, which is measuring word. Okay, so you're going to use measure word a lot in future. And now let's look at what are measure words. So measure words are familiar to English speakers as the type of object being discussed, as in like a loaf or of bread or a cup of tea. So in here, measure word, you can think it like this, like a loaf or like a cup of tea. So you have a bottle of Coke like this. Okay, so bottle, cup, loaf are considered as a measure word in Chinese. So you can read this by yourself. Mandarin Chinese also uses measure words for types of objects, but there are many other measure words that refer to the shape of the object or the type of a container it comes in. Some measure words are arbitrary. Okay. The main difference between English and the Mandarin Chinese is that Mandarin Chinese requires a measure word for every noun. So not like in English we do like an apple, right? But you do coffee, it will be a cup of coffee, right? You just have cup for coffee, but you don't have a measure word between like two apples, between two and apples. But in Chinese, we do all measure word between the number and the object. So you just keep this in mind. Okay, so when you do number plus a noun, you need to think, oh, I should put something which is the measure word between those two things. So just that's the point. So in English, we can say 3 cars, but in Mandarin Chinese, we need to say 3 measure word cars. Got this? Like 3 measure word people, 3 measure word teachers, like this. Now let's see some examples. Oh, first let's go over the structure. So number plus measure word and a noun. Please take notes of this. It's very important rule. So like for example, one person or a person. that will be 一个 we learn person like a 中国人 Chinese person. It is 人 so 一个人 so you can say this format just follow this rule, right? 一 number 个 measure word we just learned in this lesson and the noun 人 okay. So good, just a general measure word. It can be for people, apple, bread, ball, sandwich, cup, light bulb. It can be for everything actually, just a general word. We just use 个 in Chinese one. When we move higher, when we learn more, definitely we will learn more measure word. But you won't make any mistake if you just use 个 for everything. Okay, that's fine. Okay, to when we are in Chinese one. So like for example, one ball that would be 一个 ball is 球. So one ball it will be 一个球. Okay, now let's do this one. 两个人. Oh, this is the thing that you need to pay attention to. So when you do two of something, it is special. So not we learn like when we count, when we're counting, we will count like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, right? So we'll use two we use R for two. But when you do two of something, you have this structure, number, measure word, plus a noun. You need to use this character for two. So this is the very important thing you need to pay attention to. Please take notes of this. So when you do two of something, remember it is this thing, 两. The pronunciation of this is 两. So you just practice this character, write it several times. So pay attention to this. It's very important. When you do two of something, it will be 两. If you say 二个人, that's wrong. Okay? So you have to say 两个人, or like two teachers, that will be 两个老师. Okay? Or two students, that will be 两个同学. So you always use 两 for two of something. Never use 二. But when you count like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, okay, you use 2 like 12, 12, 12, 20, 20. So when you counting, you use 2. Okay, so that's just special for two of something. Now let's look at this one. So 3 apples, that will be 3个 apples is 苹果. Okay, so 3个苹果, or 5 weeks. We're going to learn this in maybe after 2 lessons. We'll learn how to say week. So that will be 5个星期. Okay, 5个星期. Don't forget 个. Now let's do this one. 80 children, that will be 80. How to say 80? 80. So in this lesson, you have to be very good at the numbers. If you forget the numbers, you have to review all of the numbers, because numbers are going to be used in this test and the study guide, worksheet. So you have to be very familiar with all of the numbers from 1 to 99. Okay, so 80 children, that will be 80个小孩. 小孩 is children. So that's other examples about how to use 个. Okay, so just let's see the rule again. So when you do number, measure word, plus noun, use this structure. Like how many of something, that will be number plus measure word plus noun. Okay, so that's about how to use 个. So assignment for today, let's go to the last page. So I just, you can see there is a worksheet. You just open the link and print it out, and then fill in all of the questions, take a picture of it, and send it back to me. Okay, that's for points. Any questions, just please write email or just call me and let me know, and I'm very happy to help you. Okay, 再见。